All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. Game number 3 of the series. Singularity versus Team Moriarty. Not Team Morty. Team Moriarty here. And we got, again, the third game, so the winner of this, like I said, advances on to the playoffs here, the qualifiers. The loser is still in it. Just, in fact, again, every team ultimately qualifies at the playoffs, just a matter of where you are in the playoffs. So, getting right to the semifinals, pretty nice. So, both these teams would like to do so. And right now, we'll see which one advances on. I'm BreakyCPK, and looks like we're going to be doing solo for our final game of the day. In fact, I say solo, but it's more of Twitch chat. You guys are my co-caster for this final cast. I always like to do that when I happen to be doing a solo cast. You know, reference you guys and some of the great points that you happen to bring up in chat. So, welcome Twitch chat as my co-caster. Yes, you. No, but we got game number 3 here, Moriarty versus Singularity, and we got the draft well underway. Again, it's been a fun day of Dota so far. This is the third best of 3 covering for today. So the final overall game, and like I said going into this, you know, we had Group A here. OG and Double Dimension, the other two teams. I gotta say, if I had to predict which teams I expected to see in our finals match today, it would have been the other two. I said that going forward. So OG versus Double Dimension. That instead is our losers bracket best of 1, which will be tomorrow. As both of these two teams, and the Singularity maybe not as much, but I think it's safe to say Moriarty and their upset over OG as they took that series 2 games to 1. In case if you happen to be just tuning in, that did happen earlier today. So it's been an entertaining day of Dota, though, to say the least. And, you know, on a personal note, it's going to be back to casting. I've actually been out of casting for about a month or so here due to personal reasons. But it's going to be back and doing the grind once again. And I wouldn't ask for more entertaining Dota. So, anyways, the draft, rambling on here. We have the first pick Disruptor into a Sand King IO. And now the Earthspit. Second pick for Singularity. So we see an IO. This is the second Wisp we've seen today. I'm trying to think who played it the first time earlier today. Was that Moriarty? It's when you're casting your final game of a third best of 3, games start to blend together. To say the least. So I'm trying to. I know we saw IO earlier today. I'm trying to think of exactly who that was, but. Would that have, oh no, that was OG. That was OG in the losing effort, I believe, to against Team Moriarty. So yeah, there you go. I remembered. Anyways, they go IO for themselves here on Moriarty's side, and again, it's always the question of who are they going to pair that with. You see the Beastmaster already responded as far as the ban goes, and there's a Legion Commander ban as well. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I believe Moriarty ran LC in the first game of the OG series. Their one loss there, so. But clearly a hero that maybe they're a little more comfortable with, albeit not usually the most popular hero, but perhaps that Wisp LC synergy they were a little bit concerned about. So Singularity instead insisting on taking it away. So now the third pick for Moriarty here. Already got both their supports, you figure. Again, still wonder who that tether target's going to be. Are we going to see the classic Tiny combo? Oh, no, we're not because it's banned. Gotcha. If there's other ones that definitely would come to mind, like an Ursa, would have to be one. Phantom Assassin's always a fun one. If we happen to see him. Not that you need that hero necessarily, that specific hero, but it's like, you know, why pick up Isle then if you're not going to really have that one that it powers up. And honestly, something like a Morphling is one that's been a while, it seems like we've seen. That would be really fun to see. All right, Underlord is going to be the third pick, though. On the side of Team Moriarty. We can't see anything. All we see is the MDL screen. I'm looking up. Are you sure? You guys should be able to see the draft.
10 seconds remaining.
On my preview, it's showing the actual draft right
remaining.
here. Refresh your stream if you're having trouble seeing stuff. That's my best suggestion there. I know Twitch has been having some issues over this last day here. They were having a pretty bad issue earlier today where like none of the streams were even working. It's like black screens for everyone. So I don't know if that would be part of the issue, but just refresh it would be my best advice. All right, so Underlord though coming out from Moriarty. Like I said, Underlord's actually personally one that I love to play myself and I always get excited when we happen to see it in the game. Almost, I think you can argue, undervalued a little bit. It's fairly strong laning presence. Obviously, the Firestorm harassment can be pretty good, also assisting with some last hits. As far as just overall damage in fights even, Pitted Malice can be an annoying crowd control ability to get around. And then there's always the Uber, a.k.a. the Dark Rift, that he has to either get out or get back into team fights or, push another lane, etc. So, excellent team fight hero. And Atrophy Aura, as I'm just kind of going through all his skills, I guess, but Atrophy Aura is also... it's one of those abilities that's constantly doing work, even though you may not necessarily see it as obvious as other abilities. Brewmaster, the third pick for Singularity. No surprise there. It's been a very popular hero, not only today, but in general, throughout this last really couple of months even, I think it's fair to say. So back over to Moriarty. Both teams really needing their main cores now. So we'll see if probably the safe lane potential. Juggernaut is one that would come to mind. Lifestealer was banned. Yeah, Lifestealer was banned initially by Singularity. This feels like a lineup that could definitely benefit having like a Juggernaut for Team Moriarty. Something like a Juggernaut Death Prophet. Maybe a decent finish. And I know Henry was mentioning earlier, Juggernaut in the Brewmaster matchup is pretty good because he could just spin off the Drunken Haze and not worry about that too much. So another reason why Juggernaut may potentially be a hero here. See, I listen.
Radiant team pick. Luna.
Luna. Okay. Not often we see Luna, but although I will say that, and I want to say the PGL Bucharest Major, we saw the appearance of Luna a couple of times, so maybe making a little bit of a resurgence back, and that with the IO actually, the Luna IO combination can be pretty deadly. Some crazy attack speed and all those glaives bouncing around. Get well soon, Breaky. Mochaman, I'm actually it's funny you say that, and I appreciate the kind of words, but it's not because I was sick or anything like that. It's actually because I had a baby, and that was born a little over a couple of weeks ago now. So that's been preoccupying my life here for about the last month. Going into the pregnancy, and then actually having her born. So, but I am back now. Again, it's been almost a month actually since I've been getting into the casting grind here, so
10 seconds remaining.
Anyways, back to the game. Not about me. This is about Singularity versus Moriarty. We got Terrorblade, fourth pick on their side.
Radiant team ban.
As a response to the Luna. So this is one of those games already setting up to be... It could go a while. It definitely could be a longer game. And both teams may not necessarily mind that. Terrorblade and Luna are two of those fantastic scaling cores, is safe to say. So Moriarty, they're going to ban out Puck with their final ban. So a Singularity takes away themselves. I still think something like a Death Prophet wouldn't be a bad option, frankly, for either team, actually. What else is there? There's always the Quap. DK is still yet another hero that constantly like to suggest. Actually, Viper. Oh, no, Viper was banned. Never mind. I'm going to say Viper for Moriarty's side even could be pretty good.
Team pick.
The Tox would be decent here already. So there's the Quap.
Of pain.
I think DK is a strong finish here for Moriarty. I know we haven't seen DK yet at all today, but good matchup against the Queen of Pain.
10 seconds
and also,
remaining.
it kind of fits. It feels like it would fit the theme of the lineup pretty well. It would be kind of a 4-1 strategy. Luna, allow her to open up some space for her to farm while you push objectives elsewhere as the other four heroes. The stun that he brings to the table.
You may now select your heroes.
So they go OD instead, which obviously in its own right is pretty good. Against a hero like Terrorblade. Okay, so there we go. Lineups are finished. We got game number 3 now. Moriarty versus Singularity. This Terrorblade skin not nearly as cool as No Tails, that's for sure. Saw Terrorblade earlier today. With No Tail playing it. Adamson, got to work on your skin game. Have I lost the baby weight yet? No, I have not, no. For some reason, it stayed with me. I don't know why. Again, so Team Moriarty winning the first game. Then Singularity slowing things down and taking the second game. And overall, even though that was an hour-long game number 2, it felt like a game that really Singularity was in control of for basically all of it. So kind of stopping that momentum that Moriarty had. And you could argue, in a sense, they were on a 3-game winning streak because they won the last 2 against OG and then winning that first one against Singularity. Not going to lie, I thought going into the game 2, this is going to be a quicker series, and Moriarty was just going to ride that wave. But well played by Singularity. Again, the 2-0 victory for them earlier today over Double Dimension. And now forcing a third game against Moriarty. This is for a major. I feel like I have to almost remind myself of that. By the way, this is for a $1 million major. The MDL major, that is. These are the European qualifiers. Again, ultimately only one of these teams. We're seeing 4 teams from Group A, and then there's 4 teams in Group B, of course. Let me refresh Wikipedia, see if it has updates there. It looks like, so yeah, Kingwin versus Going In, a.k.a. former, Penta squad, is actually, or they were playing in the winter finals. I don't know if any result has happened there yet. I can't necessarily see. It looks like it is 1-1 over there. So it looks like they're actually in Game 3 themselves. So both of these series lining up pretty well together. And again, ultimately the winners advancing on to the semifinals. This caster is all over DK's dick. I like me some DK. What can I say? I will say Death Knight is a pretty boring hero, but it's just always a strong hero. Always like a strong option, it feels like. All right, another pause. Been having the occasional DC here in this series, but usually it doesn't last too long. There should be a patch tomorrow, shouldn't there? That's right. It's the second Thursday tomorrow. Unless, I wonder with the whole Dota Plus coming out, if they're going to use that as oh, well, that was kind of our patch. So we're not going to patch tomorrow. But I feel like there should still be a patch tomorrow. I assume there probably will be. Let's see if they not ban. Let's see if they ban Gyrocopter from the game. No, what I meant to say is let's see if they actually nerf Gyrocopter. That's the one hero that kind of just expecting to at least get some kind of nerf. Hero is just so good in all facets. I haven't got to experience too much. I haven't got to experience any with the Dota Plus yet as far as playing. Like I said, I've just been so busy with other stuff. So I did get Dota Plus, as you can see. And it is kind of cool how I'm able to take advantage of it as a spectator as well. So really the only thing that I've noticed, I guess, in an actual game is the death recaps, which it's kind of a fun breakdown occasionally. Being able to look at that and see specifically what killed the hero at what intervals. How much damage was done, so nice breakdown tool. Death Knight. Good old DK. Good old Death Knight. Should be a Death Knight hero. Anyone else excited for Artifact? It's pretty cool. We got more information on that finally. The Dota 2 trading card game that apparently isn't actually supposed to be a Dota 2 trading card game. Just based on the universe. What's the triangle thing by Odie's name? See, I don't know. That's again because I'm new to Dota Plus, like, well, I guess everyone else, but haven't actually played any games yet. So I assume that means they're predicting or they're like wagering that, or maybe that just means they have Dota Plus. I don't know. Does that just mean they have Dota Plus? It might be that actually. So it's like a mini. There's that pay to win kicking in. Get that sweet triangle next to your name.
There will be pain. There will be screaming.
You rock.
Okay. Those some fun voice lines there. What would I nerf on Gyrocopter? I don't know. I've had some interesting discussions about that. I think one way you could approach it is with the talents, and specifically the level 15 talent with the flat cannon charges, as well as the movement speed talent at level 20. So putting those on the same level maybe, and obviously nerfing or buffing accordingly, and basically making it more of a tougher choice. It's a one or the other, right? So something like that maybe could be an interesting way to do it. Outside of, I don't know, maybe nerf flat cannon range. Why are you asking me? I don't know. I don't balance this game. I just talk about it, you know. I don't actually play it. I'm joking, guys. Not lately, at least. I kind of haven't, but. Gyro's flavor of the month. I don't even think that's the case, man. If you really break down Gyrocopter, again, Henry and I were talking about it earlier. It's the hero. Just every facet of the game, like every part of the game, he's just so good. He's a great mix of magic and physical damage. He's great magic damage early on. He's great physical later on. He has an excellent steroid tool with flat cannon, an excellent farming tool with flat cannon, excellent lane harassment with rocket barrage and added magic burst as well. His cooldown's a very short cooldown, and he can fight quite frequently because of that earlier on in the game. So he's not like your typical carry that wants to avoid fights maybe while they're sitting in the lane. Something like a Luna perhaps, or a Terrorblade for that matter, outside of Metamorphosis. So the hero is just freaking good. It's the hero level. Wait, this is the hero level? So depending on what level they are, the logo changes. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Huh. Well, I for one am glad we're sitting in a pause still. Game number 3 of our third best of 3 of the day. Exciting. I suppose there's no better time to do a shameless self-plug here. For those that may know or probably don't know in most cases, I've done several podcasts focused on the Dota 2 competitive scene throughout the past. One called the Dot Pro Show that I did for a while there. Had stopped for a while. Basically, just a couple of days ago, I released what I'm considering kind of a new show with a new co-host and bringing back the podcast there. So if you like podcasts on competitive Dota 2, you can follow me on Twitter at BreakyCPK. I guess is the easiest way to let you know, and I have a link provided for you there. Speaking of that, I should probably make it a bit easier to find it, shouldn't I?
You rock.
That would be a good idea. It's called the Dota Procast, Episode 1. And actually, on our first episode, we were joined by Trent to talk about PGL Bucharest and his experience there. So it's actually on. I'm working with the site. It's called Pugna PVGNA. If you go to blog.pvgna.com, you can check it out. There's a link to it there. So there you go. If you truly would like to find out where to listen to that podcast. Jarrow, -2 base damage, and he'll no longer be picked. That's not a thing. So apparently the Team Moriarty is also not too aware in terms of when he's going to be back. All right, guys, we're going to do this. We're going to go on a break, and we will be back when the game actually resumes. So sit tight, enjoy some sweet music. Excuse me. Game number 3 coming up next.
Chains that you pull away. I feel the fear when you look at me. But we've had enough of love. Is this not enough? Let me in your arms. Feel it deep inside. Feel my heart beat.
30 seconds to battle.
All right.
May your doom be averted.
We are back. As you can see, game number 3 is officially resumed. Here we go. Singularity versus Moriarty. Okay, so refreshment on the lineups here. Again, we got Disruptor, Earth Spirit, Quap, Terrorblade, and Brewmaster versus the Wisp, Luna, Sand King, OD, and Underlord on the other side. Let me see. As far as the lane setup go, looks like it's pretty expected. Underlord heading towards the bottom lane already. Bounty runes, by the way. Oh, it was a 3-for-1 bounty rune. Yeah, Underlord did get the bottom one, so well played there. Advantage for Moriarty early on. They have going for them. Disruptor waiting patiently in the bottom lane as Underlord's going to walk around the side, however. Scott him out. Gets that Atrophy R level 1. Will be spotted, however. Just get the kill. Nope. Alright, so middle lane, though. Queen of Pain has Earth Spirit with him to go up against the OD. Queen of Pain just going to spam that Shadow Strike. And that with the Orb of Venom Earth Spirit. OD's definitely has his work cut out for him here in the middle. Where's his supporting cast? They're busy at the top lane. It's Io and Sand King working together, trying to run down Mikey. Not going to be enough. But zoning him out of the lane, allowing Luna to get absolute free farm. What build we are going to see on Luna. Remember for the longest time, you know, that Helm of the Dominator was actually a pretty relevant build on her. But don't think that's of recent. Will it be the Mask of Madness or maybe the Yasha instead? At least the Ring of Acula. For now, Brewmaster.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's fine. So middle matchup so far, 9-7 Quap, OD's 1-1. Yeah, this is a difficult time for Outworld Devourer. Bottom lane, Underlord manages to TP back to base. Very close call there. I think I saw somebody TPing in from the Dire side as well, but they canceled it, if I'm not mistaken. Middle lane, Earth Spirit, he misses the roll. Good juke there from Intaki.
Double damage!
So both safe lane carries getting very good free farm. A little bit better for Luna, though, currently. 13-10. He's a denying machine up here at this top lane. Middle lane again. This time the Boulder Smash connect. Shadow Strike applied. Double damage. Disruptor running in. No glimpse just yet, though. And OD will TP back to base. So, he TP'd in. Expecting to almost help save him, but little do you know, OD was already TPing out. So, I guess Flash will just soak up some experience. Not the worst thing in the world. Actually pretty good. Try to get even level 3. Has his bottle. Underlord level 2 Firestorm picked up. Cancel animation. Throw that on the creep wave as they run at him, though. Terribly no Metamorphosis right now, but still able to do some decent damage. I'm going to tick down Saberlight fairly low before he pops the salve. And he'll go right back up. So Io is going to sit with OD for the time being. Might not be the worst option. We'll see with OD and how much pressure he's been feeling so far. But approaching 4 minutes in now and still no first blood just yet. Gotten close a couple times.
What have we here?
Khan just throwing out the Lucent Beam there. Brewmaster keeping his distance, though. Sec rotation, that's just Underlord coming to the bottom lane. Support was coming down there, but never mind. Io's busy in the middle lane still. No bottle charges on him, though. Is there a bounty rune still here? There sure is. So he'll be able to go and bottle that up.
Denied. First blood.
Oh, that was first blood bottom lane.
First sacrifice has been paid.
Let's check out my co-caster for a split second right there of Twitch chat and go figure. So yeah, Underlord going down bottom lane. It felt like that potentially was going to happen, though, especially with the rotation of Earth Spirit coming in. So well played. But man, look at this Luna. 33 and 13. Continues to be so far ahead even of the Terrorblade on the other side when it comes to the actual CS. I don't think she's really been jungling either. The lane Isles porting in. OT's getting low, that's why. Healing him up with the bottle charges. And the tether, Queen of Pain, went a little bit too deep for this. It's going to do some damage to Io, but gets taken out herself, so good response there. OD getting very low initially, but of course, again with the save. Manages to stay alive now. Metamorphosis bottom lane, so he didn't use it for that first kill. Using it for potentially a second one. Great hero blocking initially. One more attack should do it. He gets it. And Adamson is now 2-0-0 with great CS at the bottom lane. Including that first blood bounty. Middle lane. Collapse onto him with the Astral Imprisonment. Kind of timing it up, but yeah, Bashruk respecting the Arcane Orb damage. Even pop the Fairy Fire just in case. The Underlord bottom lane, he avoids the kinetic field.
Regeneration.
Gonna run at him again, though. Sunders him actually very early on his Terrorblade, getting a good chunk of life away initially. And sitting on top of the kinetic field did catch him right there. The glimpse back just in case, and Solon this time will take credit for the kill. So just running at the Underlord, level 6 getting Sunder even. On Terrorblade, he used it very aggressively. And I don't think Underlord was really ready for that, so very well played. Middle lane again, I see Earth Spirit rolling in. This time missing though, and now Sand King's nearby. Isles here as well. Earth Spirit lucky wasn't there for another second longer.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Luna, no actual answers just yet, but has the Ring of Acula, has the power treads finished. Now I'll start to get an idea of what she decides to go for. I'm guessing they're stacking quite a bit, yeah. Got a nice stack here they're working with. Looks like Isle's stacking those. That's really it for now. They do got an Ancient stack. Speaking of Io, Boulder Smash on him. There's no one to tether to. He's dead. Yeah, you see over here on the top lane, Sand King was running over, hoping to get close enough, but he does not. So well played. Catching Io completely out. This roll in from Bashruk middle lane, puts the silence up on OD. Out comes the scream as well. Sanity's Eclipse, though, does not get the turn kill. Maybe it does. Earth Spirit will fall as the tower takes him out, finishing the job. So 1 for 1, though, still favoring Singularity. I'll take that trade every day of the week.
Invisibility.
Terrorblade again, the Metamorphosis form activated for this. Putting some good damage into Underlord before falling back. He does have a Sunder coming back up as well.
Is under attack.
In a second. He's going to pop a salve though. Yeah, he's going to pop a salve instead. Thought he might have looked to me to play there. Nope. Top lane, Sand King's going in. Luna. The beam to start, but not really the best follow-up. And Luna is going the Mask of Madness.
Tower is under attack.
And as we see here, with the Morbid Mask picked up.
Are fortified. Radiant's top tower.
So
has
Moriarty
fallen.
takes out the top tower with ease. And Khan continues to farm very well. 4,800 net worth now. But Terrorblade is keeping up decent himself. He's 2-0-1. That's a big part of it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, especially with these stacks to work with, Luna really is going to accelerate. She's going to be a scary target. So at least go on the Mask of Madness. How does she develop from there?
Too bad.
Manta style is potentially
Radiant
pretty good
are
this game. There are several things that would be bad to purge here. And even the butterfly, of course. That'd be a safe guess. Wondering if, how important is BKB? BKB does feel fairly important too. So it's just a priority. Maybe like a Yasha into a BKB, depending on how much fighting's going on early on. We'll see.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
OD almost has his own Ring of Acula finished. Queen of Pain. Looks like the Veil's going to be coming out. Some okay synergy with this team. As well as just amping herself. There is the Mask of Madness finished in full, though. As Io, he's going to soak up some experience. Hit level 5 here soon. He has the Tome, actually, in the stash on top of that. So trying to get level 6 ASAP with the Relocate ready to go. They're going to dive on a flash. Boulder smash in. Thunderclap on top of that. There is a TP coming in. The tether away to Sand King. And out comes the Eclipse. Down falls her spirit as a result. The Boulder is going to hit Io. And allowing the Primal Split of Brewmaster to run after Flash. So he gets the kill, but at what cost now? Queen of Pain runs it with a Haste Rune. And then quickly jets away. Brewmaster going to be coming back together in about 3 seconds. Losing one of his Brewlings. There we go. Coming back together now at about half-life currently. Lift up in the air onto Luna. Sonic Wave going right on through because of it, though. They do kill Underlord. Now Sand King, he stuns back in. Luna, auto attack damage is real with that Mask of Madness. Doesn't have mana for the Lucent Beam just yet. Here comes Isle, though, once again. And now he has the mana for another beam. Can he maybe get Disruptor? Not going to be able to chase further.
Dyer's
Actually, a
bottom
pretty good
tower
fight for
is under
Singularity
attack.
there. A 3-for-1 in their favor. Only losing the Earth Spirit. So that dive almost looked like it had potential to backfire, but it did not. And that was also happening while Terrorblade just pushing in the
Radiant's
bottom
middle
tower.
tower is under attack.
Who, by the way, has his Yasha himself finished now. And yeah, Isle is even level 7 after all of that. So definitely has to relocate him more. OD. He's going to survive for now. The Scream, not enough. Shadow Strike is on him, but yeah, he'll be fine. As the imprisonment, worst case. Luna's going to go a different route, though. Insisting on going the Forest Staff here, no Hurricane Pike. Okay. So again, there's definitely arguments to be made for, like I said, from the Manta to the BKB to, in this case, the Hurricane Pike. Just to help get away from all the slows, perhaps, and out of range of Terrorblade, etc. But for now, with the way she's queued up, looks like it will be that Forest Staff into a Hurricane Pike at least. I think the argument could be made, though, you know, the idea that, you know, he does have an IO who's basically babysitting him the whole time. That, you know, Dragonlance is one thing as they're relocating somewhere. They're relocating bottom lane. That's an easy kill on Earth Spirit. And this should transition into a bottom tower push. But going to the point that, you know, maybe something like more of an aggressive build, such as the Yasha and Manta style, because of that. But Underlord's actually going to be brought back with IO elsewhere as Luna will just continue pushing bottom. So interesting trade there. But again, not to overthink it. Dragonlance finished on Luna.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And so the Hurricane Pike coming along nicely. Top lane, that's poured out from Brewmaster. See the Epicenter going off. Figure it's going to be a kill, but no, he manages TP out with no more stun to follow it.
Upon a loyal warrior.
Terrorblade's in the area. His own Manta styles coming along nicely. As Disruptor, he's lost in the jungle.
Under the weather.
He's under the weather, apparently. Get it? Sand King, 870 gold saved up. Soul Ring with the Tranquil Boots. That blink. Coming along fairly nicely. Speaking of that, Brewmaster's almost there. He needs about 100 gold before he has it picked up. Queen of Pain jumping in. They get the silence combo onto OD. There's the Boulder Smash fall. Sonic Wave in the face, but Io with the tether. The saving him with the bottle. Charges as well as the overcharge. Keep it alive for the time being. Send it to the clips. He could not get it off. Actually looked like he was in animation, but it did not go off. They lose OD as well as the Io. Here comes the Eclipse though from Khan. He's going too deep though, it looks like. Although Queen of Pain has to respect the damage of the auto attacks. Metamorphosis. He wanted the kill on Disruptor so badly. He dove all the way for it. And he does not even get it. He ends up dying in response. Singularity, 3 for 1 yet again in their favor. This time killing Luna and OD. And actually, they may get more. Primal split up. Thunderwood from Terrorblade at the last second. It keeps him alive. Sets up the easy kill on Underlord. And now Sand King's in trouble. This could be a complete wipe in favor of the Radiant side. The Boulder's going to lock down Illusionist initially. He's going back in for Quat. No, not going to go for it all the way. Another stun happens. A scream. The Astral Imprisonment save at the last second. Will he die coming out of that? Sanity's Eclipse hits, and they do get the kill on the Queen of Pain. They relocate in with the orbs to finish the job. What is going on in this fight? We're still not even done. Io's going to end up going down. The Urn onto Disruptor will tick him down as well. Double kill for Io when it's all said and done. But man, oh man, that fight got really funky as it picked up there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so big picture, I mean, definitely still a victory for the Radiant side, but losing Queen of Pain in the end hurts them a bit. Io also, he's almost level 10 now after that fight. Io's getting some levels, man. And actually, that kind of brings up the interesting question is, usually you see Io maybe struggling in levels and behind, but with the way he's leveling this game, he's going to be level 15 fairly quickly, and that means the Ag's tether, if he chooses to get that over the orb damage, which I figure in most cases you would. It probably depends on your lineup, of course. You have things like the Underlord could be interesting with the Atchfiara, but then you also have Luna with the Eclipse, and you tether up Luna, you allow her to eclipse a target. Could be something, especially if he puts it on, say, the Sand King, as he's going to blink in. That would be fun to watch. Attack. We'll see if that's something like that they pull. I just hope he gets it no matter what. No, 90 spirits, damn it, it's just so boring. We'll see though. Decides to get here, as he does at level 10 at least.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
OD pretty good against Glimpse. For that reason right there. Also Static Storm, again, not going to matter. He'll survive through it.
Radiant's
good reaction on his part.
Fallen.
As the Dire gets a kill at the bottom. Meanwhile, top lane Illusionist is going to be able to TP out in time. The crits are not enough for Mikey to finish the job.
You should have known. An exceptional fight.
Queen of Pain has the Veil, working on the Orchid. There's the Hurricane Pike now finished for Luna. Getting up more of the jungle. You see she's keeping her lead barely. It's her and Terrorblade continuing to compete. Although Terrorblade's made up some room, especially with that death in the middle from Luna. And Terrorblade has his own Dragonlance almost finished now, too. Top lane Underlord, they're going to go. Her Spirit hits the roll. The Uber, that's going to be way too long at level 1. Yeah, that was an ambitious decision on his part. Meanwhile, middle lane, though, looks like Moriarty is going to be pushing that Mask of Madness Luna. Io's nearby with a relocate. We need to use it here. Is he channeling it up? I think he might soon, as the Astral Imprisonment initially. Sonic Wave goes right on through because of that. Well played. The lift on Io on the backlines, by the way, from the Storm Brewing. It's keeping him out of the fight. Finally, the tether comes out, and Luna's going to survive for the time being with the overcharge and the bottle. It's going to keep him alive some way, somehow. Well played. They do lose OD in the midst of it, though, but Luna finally goes down. A little bit too much damage in the long run, and IO2 is picked off. All they lost was Disruptor on the side of Singularity. They completely clean up. Underlord is now running back in, but That's an easy middle tower kill as well. So great save initially from Io, but another case where the Dire team gets a little too tunnel vision, it seems like. Trying to dive too deep. Ends up backfiring. Who's casting now? Grant. Yeah, this is Grant, guys. All right, Dr. Pepper Chug. Coming at you. No, it's not good. This is BreakyCPK, for real.
Worthy tribute.
Grant is in Ukraine right now, I believe. Casting the WESG event.
Dire are scanning.
Brewmaster. That's a relocate gank. He was working on his Radiance. I mean, he still is after the blink. Seemed like the timing was potentially going to be pretty good, but that'll slow things down a little bit.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Illusion.
Good as Isle, man. Not only his levels, but his farm's actually half decent as well. He's got a casual buckler sitting on him towards a mech.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Have to go with the urn that he has. Pretty good. Terrorblade is going to TP to the bottom lane, push that out. Meanwhile, back to the middle again. The Dire side is here, and this time they should be able to get it.
Radiant's middle tower
Pretty
is
easily.
under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hurricane Pike himself for Terrorblade's almost finished. You see another force down, this one on OD. Hurricane Pike in general is going to be pretty popular this game, apparently. Definitely heroes that you usually would see it on. Here we go, the epicenter initiation. Queen of Pain, it's too much damage. Cannot live through it, but here's the response now. Static Storm, as well as the Magnetize, the Primal Split. They're getting one kill, they get Illusionist, they're going for the third. Nataki forced staff initially with the Astral Imprisonment, but that's just delaying the inevitable here. I don't think he's getting out of this one. Yeah, no blink or anything like that, so great response. They lose Queen of Pain, they take out 3 though. And look at this, they find Luna with the Storm Bruling. Right as he was coming back together, he finds her over here. That's 6-second duration. She's going to be glimpsed back as well. And now Luna's in trouble. What a catch from the Brewmaster. He figures he would go scouting with it. I'm guessing, okay, did they have this? Yeah, the Ward saw Luna that whole time. That's why he went over there in the first place. And they catch Luna as well when it's all said and done. And now they're going to go for Roshan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That should be a free Roshan kill for Singularity. Brewmaster, also that Radiance. Very good here as far as timing. 3450 gold now saved up. Terrorblade picks up the Aegis. Queen of Pain again has the Orchid finished. Interesting. Okay, so Crimson Guard picked up by Underlord. I saw the Vanguard on him earlier. That makes sense. Terrorblade is a very good hero to have a Crimson Guard against in general. So like it for that reason. And now he is going to go the pipe, so he's just going to be this very beefy R guy, which Underlord fits the role well. The fact that he prioritized the guard, though, I think that does make a lot of sense. I mean, Queen of Pain, she doesn't necessarily taking off. Like, if she was having a much, much better start, then maybe you could argue the pipe first, but no, Terrorblade is definitely the big threat here at this point. Nice find, by the way, onto Earth Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower
Luna and
is
Io.
under attack.
Luna, she is prioritizing the BKB, by the way.
Radiant structures
So
are
just about
fortified.
has it finished, actually. Just needs a Mithril Hammer.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top
he gonna cancel
tower
this?
is under attack.
going
Radiant's
top.
bottom tower has fallen.
I'm gonna say, I thought he got scared for a second with the TB, but no, they decided to go top. They got the tower, got what they wanted. Brought the team to the top lane, so good use of the Dark Rift here from Underlord. This is another game. It's very similar to last game, where it feels like Singularity should be ahead by a lot more, but they're really not. It's bouncing back and forth quite a bit. and Luna, of course, is a big one to thank for that. She just finished the BKB, in fact.
Coin of the realm.
Arcane rune on Queen of Pain. That's big. See what kind of use she gets out of that. Also level 15. Interesting. Goes the attack speed over the cooldown reduction. Too bad my Dota Plus doesn't tell me the percentages. Oh! That's my reaction to what just happened right there. Great primal split. And now OD. He's in trouble. Orchid applied to the lift as well to Underlord, so they're going to go for him now, too. It's just another chain of feed here from Moriarty. Although it's a Crimson Guard, Hood of Defiance, so maybe not so much. Saberlight, he is beefy. He's still alive for the time being. Figures he can TP now, and he is correct. So he gets out. Okay, so they only get the one kill, but it is OD. A successful kill at that.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Yep. He's good. Radiance is finished on Brewmaster, as we see. Over here, what is this about? That would be Queen of Pain getting caught by Epitomalis. But she blinks and she's good. Did not have enough of a catch, and she's almost got her own BKB, actually.
Dire's top tower
Mentioned
is under
Luna having
attack.
hers. As top lane, they caught Terrorblade initially. Underlord, I hear him porting in actually to the shrine nearby. Here we go. Terrorblade pops him in at Warpsis, going for the Hurricane Puck auto attacks on OD. OD melting to it. He gets glimpsed back in, but now Terrorblade, all of a sudden the whole squad is here for the Dire team. He needs to center somebody. He's going for the center. He finds the turn at the last second, takes an OD, but Terrorblade will fall. He just will bring him right back up. He's in the lifesteal on Luna, keeping her alive for the time being with the BKB as well as IL. So, but the tether eventually wearing off. In comes the epicenter from this side. The magnetize is applied as well. 4-step forward on Luna. The IL tether again, saving the day. The auto attacks, the cleaves just bouncing around. Finally, IL cannot save him in the end. Luna does go down, and Underlord is too good a fall. It's a full wipe in favor of Singularity. I thought that fight was actually a lot closer than it ended up being. Oh my gosh. Ends up being a 5-for-1. I mean, they got the Aegis on top of that, but it seemed like that was potentially going to be decent again. Luna's auto attacks, I guess, just weren't doing enough. There's also a great spread from Singularity, it felt like, to make sure the bounces weren't effective enough. Then he had the Magnetize on top of a Sonic Wave. Plenty of AoE damage there.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
So the top rack's going down on top of that. Obviously, you have a buyback being used from Sand King, but that's easily the melee racks, and the ranged racks, they was like, ah, screw it. You guys can have that one. They got what they came for. Possibly going to get a shrine as well.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Worthy tribute.
What happened to Raw Dota? I kicked him off the cast. I'm joking. He had to go. It's been a long day. Hitting over the almost a 10-hour mark here as far as today's stream goes. Anyways, Queen of Pain. That's a BKB use. That's his first BKB use. And he'll pop a shrine to get that life up. And as Sand King stuns in, Earth Spirit caught. That's a dead Earth Spirit. So Earth Spirit dead for nearly 50 seconds. Sand King does not have his epicenter anymore. Obviously, it's on cooldown now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still threatening to push in here at the bottom.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Io tethers up. Again, without Earth Spirit, it's a 4 versus 5, but Singularity still feels like they can maybe push them out. Underlord says, let's get out of here. Can they maybe force staff push? No. Everyone back to base. A little anticlimactic right there. Is Io 15? He is. Okay, he did get the Scepter bonus. So here we go. It's really, obviously Sand King's interesting too. It gives him that extra long range stun, so that could be some fun to watch. But yeah, when he's on Luna, that's where it's really fun. The fact that, like I said, I think the ideal combo will be he tethers up Luna. Luna puts the Eclipse on Sand King, and Sand King stuns in, you know, with the blink and epicenter and everything. Does his combo. So that's potentially the ideal setup there. On what they're looking to do. We'll see if they are able to pull it off. Underlord, he is dead. That's a double damage Terrorblade. Gonna say he could have maybe Crimson Guard first, but even if he does there, he's definitely not living.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sand King, Epicenter's ready.
Dire's bottom tower
sitting comfortably bottom lane. The Radiant team has no clue that he's here. And it's not going to matter because he'll just TP back to base anyways.
Is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Top tower goes down. Ooh, Underlord buys back actually. They realize, yeah, I guess their base is dropping pretty quickly. So they have to defend against this. Luna's pushing top lane with that. Here we go. Epicenter on a Terrorblade. Multiple other heroes, including Queen of Pain. She pops the BKB pretty late. Losing a bit of life, but she's good to go for now. Meanwhile, at the top, let's take a look. The tier 3 tower's dead. The Cleaves are bouncing around. The Glaives more so. They get the kill on Underlord for the dieback, but that's the top set of racks dead just like that, and now she's putting damage into the tier 4 towers as well. And now she's thinking about going middle lane, perhaps. OD's nearby. Earth Spirit doing what he can to distract them. A little bit too much of a distraction, perhaps. The orbs may finish the job. They will indeed. Meanwhile, back at the Dire base, they lose Sand King as well. Terrorblade's still going for more, but Luna pushing in the mid-tier 3 tower. Back over here, the tier 4 tower on the Dire side's dropping, at least one of them. And now over here, the Eclipse is bouncing back out. Queen of Pain manages to barely blink away in time and survive, but the middle racks. Luna wants to at least finish these off. Will she be able to do so? She gets one, she gets both. She may end up dying from this, but she got both of the racks in response, and the Glaive will finish off Earth Spirit, but not back at base. Buyback from both Io and the Luna right here. Now Terrorblade takes out one tier 4. He almost gets the second one. He actually may get it because he's not going to kill the illusions. He's going to get the second tier 4 as well. They got too occupied trying to run him out of the base as they're doing just that, but I think Adamson's going to be a little bit too fast now. Keeping his distance. Does he have a Sunder? He does. Oh, this could be a big turn. They got to be careful. Brewmaster sitting on top of Io. And now he's going to Primal Split even, so should be able to get the kill on Io. Maybe tethers forward. Terrorblade still has that Sunder if he gets it off an OD. You know he wants to. OD realizes that, it looks like, though. And keeping his distance. Queen of Pain, they're trying to finish off this Wisp. Wisp is doing a great job of kiting. Very well played by Flash right there. Manages to actually escape death as Brewmaster comes back together and blinks away before he gets caught. What a race, though, we're having. Oh, my God. The tier 4 at the Dire side is dead. You look at the Radiant base, though, as well. Both the middle and the bottom set of racks, or middle and the top, excuse me, have been destroyed. Io relocating in. They're going to catch Brewmaster. Pops his BKB, though. He's going to take out Io, at least in response. And that'll be the end of it. As he goes down shortly after.
Worthy tribute.
Luna, you see her full butterfly. Going to possibly go Satanic with that Morbid Mask now, so splitting up, of course, the Mask of Madness.
I was meant to have this. Illusion.
This is definitely still anyone's game with what we just saw right there. Anything can happen. Both sides have obviously Terrorblade on the Radiant and Luna on the Dire side, especially with Io. They can just destroy your base so quickly. You have to respect that. And this game definitely could come down to a crazy base race finish at this point. Butterfly finished on Terrorblade. You see a pipe picked up on Sand King.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
As well now to work with. ODS is full 10-second BKB ready to go. Singularity thinking about Roshan. And now they're doing it. That's just the agent? No, it is Aegis of Chi. That's right. Yeah, Terrorblade had one earlier. So they're going to easily get this. So it's going to be... Who did they give the Aegis to? Did they give it to Terrorblade?
Radiant are scanning. Roshan has fallen.
So they're going to give it to Terrorblade. She's picked up on Quap.
Location.
Wait, Queen of Pain with the 650 AoE Shadow Strike.
Under attack.
Huh? That's not usual, is it? Like, I swear we usually see the 30% lifesteal.
Dire's middle tower has
Is that? I
fallen.
wonder if that's because of how the game's going to help push out lanes. That's whoa. That's interesting.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Terrorblade level 23. So that level 25 for him is coming. Excuse me, pretty
Radiant's
nicely.
bottom shrine has
As
fallen.
he buys some bots there.
Mine!
But does he get the attack range or does he go for that Sunder cooldown? Making it a 5-second Sunder cooldown. I know I've seen some pretty epic plays with that Sunder cooldown ability. So who knows? See either one definitely being beneficiary. I don't know if we've really seen that Ags effect from Aadu work out. So Queen of Pain jumps in very aggressively. Here we go, Mikey as well with the Brewmaster. They glimpse back. No, the BKB will stop that glimpse. Sonic Wave. It's just chaos all over the pace. The Crimson Guard from Saberlight trying to mitigate as much damage as possible. Sending the glimpse comes out as the Underlord trying to Uber out himself. It's not enough though, so he's the only one dead actually. After all of that, some way, somehow, Sand King's also caught. Luna is nearby. She did use her Eclipse in that fight, by the way. Has an MKB now finished as well, but Sand King's going to go down, and that's 2 heroes dead, not coming back. Terrorblade, he has a Sunder. He may need to use this soon. He also has the Aegis, worst case. He's going to use the Sunder right there onto Luna. Luna realizes she has to get back now. Queen of Pain not going to let her. She's dead for 100, and that probably does it. Singularity pushing middle. GG, well played. Singularity going to the semifinals here of the playoffs.
Dire's middle
Team
tower
Moriarty,
is under attack.
they're going to have to face off in the loser bracket now of Group A. Whew. What a day. What a day of Dota we had here. Obviously a fun game number 3 to really finish things off on. Quite the race, quite the fun finish. But again, Singularity taking care of business, losing the first game, but taking the second one and then ultimately finishing it off in fun fashion with game number 3 there. Okay, guys, so that means we are going to be wrapping up for today for our coverage here for the MDL European qualifiers. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a shorter day, as tomorrow will be the best of 1 loser bracket match into a best of 3 loser finals. That's going to be Double Dimension versus OG. Best of 1, I reiterate. Anything can happen there. The winner of that will now play Team Moriarty. And then, again, we'll see. We'll go from there. So, like I said, everyone ultimately does advance on from the group stages in the playoffs. It's just a matter of where you are. So, just to be clear on how the format works here. But tomorrow to be a best of 1 into a best of 3. Starts at the same time tomorrow of what is 1400 Central European Time, or 9 a.m. Eastern. So, guys, always fun to do. Fun to cast, fun to be here. It's going to be back as well. As I said, I personally have been on a break for about a month here due to the new baby CPK arriving. But she's here, she's healthy, she's good, and it's going to be back in the grind once again. So as far as myself, guys, I was BreakyCPK. I was joined earlier by Henry. Really shout out to him for helping me co-cast and making the day a lot easier as a result, too. But, ladies and gentlemen, wrapping up. You can follow me at BreakyCPK if you'd like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, congratulations one more time to Team Singularity. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you then.